teams look at the same Christmas data. Team A said,
Sales are up 10%.
Great job.
Team B said,
We saw a 10% revenue growth driven by increased spend per order. Moving forward, our strategy will focus on product bundling and cross-selling.
same data, same numbers, completely different futures. Being able to generate insight and recommendations has now become the #1 thing for data analysts. Hi, my name is Yu Li, a data specialist lives in Melbourne, Australia. In this video, I'll show you how to extract real insight from Christmas sales data examples. What is an insight? An insight is a deep and meaningful understanding that explains why things is happening and what to do about it. And it helps people to make better decisions or take action. Reports tells you what happened. Insight tells you what to do next. Let's start with the most common one. Sales went up, but what actually drove the growth? You work in a department store. Sales went up by 5% this Christmas. But what actually drove the growth? Let's pause for 10 seconds and think. How would you report the Christmas results? Here is a common dashboard I believe exists in almost every company. You may got similar ideas at the dashboard shows. We say sales number, margin, yearly trends, sales by department, top products. This is good, and most data team are producing this kind of dashboard as their main job. But honestly, this is where analysis should start, not end. Because you can't make any business decision for future growth just based on this dashboard. So what should you do to get more insight? Step 1. Think differently by asking more specific questions. For example, did the customers spend more per visit, or do we get more customers this year? How different channels contribute to this sales growth? Did growth start earlier or it was compressed into a short period? How did different marketing campaigns contribute to this result? The more questions you ask, more insights you will get. Step 2. Break it down and find answers from data. Those findings will be more insightful, and the ideal results should be specific. For example, most of the incremental growth came from online pre-order. Click and collect demand started about 10 days earlier than last year. Stores delivered the final volume, but YouTube advertisement in December contributes 20% of the total traffic. Those other insights will help you evaluate why we have the growth, but you should dig more, don't just stop here. And the last step will make you stand out of any other analyst. So the next step is provide actionable recommendation to business. Instead of just talking about numbers, provide specific action suggestions will make you unique. Some examples are, like next year, we don't wait until mid-December. Move digital campaign early December will help attract more customers. Another one is like, provide more gift choice for customer aged 25 to 35 next year will increase 3% margin. Same data, very different decision. A 10% sales increase only becomes insight when you know which will create more value for future. The next analysis example is finding insights from turning point. A turning point is where data moves from one trend to another, such as growth to decline or stable to change. It often signals a new influence or a new event, a risk or opportunity. For example, if you worked in a bottle shop, Christmas sales goes up isn't a surprise. People need alcohol, especially at this time. But when you look into the data, you notice that overall online sales in December actually dropped compared to November. Why? Is the digital channel not working? You continue analysis the data and you find a turning point. 2 weeks before Christmas is where people stop buying online. After analyzing the last 5 years of data and customer behavior, you find the same pattern every year. Early December, people stock up for parties. About 2 weeks before the Christmas, delivery anxiety kicks in and people stop buying online because they don't trust delivery during the peak holiday period, especially for alcohol they need now. This example shows real insight appears when behavior change. Online channel is not wrong. You can also provide recommendation like create specific benefits or offers to encourage online purchases early in December. Small change, big win. Now, let's zoom out from products and look at the people. I want to talk about insight by comparing first-time buyer and the returning customers. Christmas brings in a very different customer mix. When you look at the data, you usually see a spark in first-time buyer, lower repeat purchase within the same season. Returning customers' behavior very different from gift buyers. That's the first insight already. Not all Christmas customers should be treated the same. So based on this, as an analyst, you can tell your business some action. Christmas data isn't just about sales. It tells you who to optimize for and how. Now, I want to provide one more thing about insight. Christmas is not a normal season. How do you set up your pricing and discount strategy over Christmas? Instead of just set up some normal direct discount like 20% off, better questions are: which products are price insensitive? Which discount are unnecessary? Which discount brings more sales? Which discount brings back more margin? What still sells when price goes up? If you have bundle products, do they really lift each other? So the thing is, you should not only understand your products, you also have to understand your customer behavior. Right before the Christmas, people don't just want cheaper, they want simpler. If you analyze Christmas data the same way you analyze an average month, you will miss the real insight. All of these findings change everything, and your data will tell you what's your customer like. Okay, at this point, you should have a clear picture of how data creates value and what is an insight. All the things I referred today are just examples for you to understand how you can extract insight and make recommendations. You should find what your data tells you. Now, you may have the question, how you can extract the insight better. So you have to enhance your insight sensitivity. It is the skill that turns the analysis into opportunity. Method number 1, you should go one layer deeper. Keep it as a habit. Never move on after the first nice looking chart. Ask more questions. What changed here? When did it change? From whom did it change? Method number 2, track behavior, not just the metrics. Translate every metric into behavior. Instead of conversion went up, ask, what did people do differently? Did they buy earlier, buy more, or switch channels? Numbers are the signals of behavior. Method number 3, actively look for turning point. Zoom out on time. Find any trend. Where does the pattern break? Method number 4, finish every analysis with these sentences. If we believe this insight is true, what would we do differently? If nothing changed, you don't have an insight, you have a report. Insight only exists when it can change a decision. Method number 5, practice. Train and practice yourself on period where behavior is amplified. Christmas, Black Friday, products launch. When behavior changes fast, insights are easier to spot and your sensitivity improves fast. Method number 6, you can train your insight sensitivity by just clicking subscribe below. I'll keep sharing real-world insight examples and practical ways to thinking about data. Insight isn't about being smarter, it's about being more curious and not stopping at the first answer. If this video changed the way you look at data, you've already started training your insight muscle. Yes, insight is muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. See you in the next lead.